Howdy guys, it's NintendoCapriSun here, and welcome back to more Phoenix Wright. So in the last episode, oh boy, we basically, well, we were looking around and we found out that there was a camera hidden in the room that recorded the murder that happened in this room. Well, we found that out quite a while ago, but we did find out that the card was like left behind by the assassin as a way of indicating that it was the assassin that did it, because they knew nobody would ever find the assassin. But they also wanted to make sure that the person who hired the assassin wasn't, caught in the middle and framed for the, well, I don't want to say framed for the murder, because in a way, you still committed the murder by hiring someone else to do it. Now, unfortunately, Matt Engarde did get accused for the crime because Adrian Andrews screwed it up by taking the card from the scene. So when people came to investigate, there was no card there. So nobody thought, oh, it's the assassin, and they had to go for the second best guess, which at the time happened to be Matt Engarde, which was the person who hired the assassin. So even though they don't have any evidence to say that Matt did it directly, they still believe that Matt did it based on the motivation, which is totally there. Matt didn't want Juan to make whatever big confession he was about to make, presumably about a previous crime that Matt committed, which Adrian obviously knows about. And it just happens that by picking up the card, actually as far as that goes, maybe she deliberately picked up the card so that he would get, implicated. I don't know. As to why Edgeworth reacted so strongly to the card, well, I guess I have to assume that maybe he knew something about, well, he knew what the card was for, but he also knows now that the card proves that Matt didn't do it. I guess. I don't see how leaving the card there would have helped him find the real murderer, but at least would have stopped him from, pinning the blame on the wrong person and getting into a losing battle in court. So that's probably what he's pissed off about. So actually, that makes sense. So anyway, whatever. Alright, let me get my comb. Because I don't know where my stylus is at the moment, so I've been using a comb. Yeah. Past 9 p.m. already, isn't it? Yeah, aren't you getting tired? Isn't it past your bedtime? I wonder if Mr. Edgeworth has already found Mystic Maya. These things take time. I'd say probably not. The police are professionals, Pearls. They'll find her, so don't you worry. If we can win a not guilty verdict tomorrow, then everything will be okay. You're right. She's still worried though, right? The real killer. Let's talk about the real killer with this 8-year-old here. So the real person who killed Mr. Carrito was that assassin, Mr. Shelley the Killer, right? And the card Miss Andrews found at the crime scene seems to be proof of that. But if that's the case, then a new question comes to mind. Who was the one that hired the killer to begin with? Who is his client? You mean who asked for the murder? That person didn't want to dirty their own hands in blood. But whoever this client is, there's still a killer. That is true. So, who could have hired the assassin? Do you think it was Miss Andrews? I wonder. Who wrote the book of love? That sounded bad. Why go through the effort to stab the knife into the corpse herself? If she was the one who hired the assassin, yeah, good question. But if Miss Andrews wasn't the client, then no, it can't be. Matt Engarde himself? I don't know. Was it Matt? Jeez, every time I hear footsteps out there, I swear to God. If Mr. Engarde really did hire the assassin, then he is not innocent at all. Far from it, he would be guilty of the crime. But it can't be Mr. Engarde, right? I mean, when we first talked with him, Mr. Engarde, I'd like to ask you one more question. Did you kill... Yeah, that's right. Oh, well, he could still be telling the truth here because he didn't directly do it. Dude, seriously? Oh, I hate when they do that. So they walk by and then like 10 seconds later they walk by again. Especially when they got really heavy footsteps. I didn't kill anyone, and that includes Juan Corrida, okay? No chains. That reminds me. Did you remember something, Mr. Nick? Yeah, something Miss Andrews said at the trial today. She said something interesting. She said a lot of things that were interesting. But let's see what he points out here. So what is this interesting thing? Oh, that's right. You didn't hear it, did you, Pearls? No, because you were suddenly 24 years old. Juan had bet everything on the Jammin' Ninja this year. And if he lost the Grand Prix, he was going to make sure Matt was going down with him. That's what he thought, anyway. Secret so powerful that it would destroy Matt's acting career had it been revealed. A previous murder, possibly? What is this, a secret? I don't know yet, but for now, let's think about it this way. Mr. Corito was going to reveal this secret. That means Mr. Andrews had to stop him. Which means we have to meet with Mr. Ongar. There's no way around it now. Well, shoot. Can't exactly do that right now, because it's like 9 p.m. and yet the curtains are still showing light outside. Wow, it's really getting late, isn't it, Mr. Nick? This is so exciting, being up this late. But we still have some things to prepare for tomorrow's trial. There's still the matter of this secret Mr. Corita held about Mr. Onguard. And Miss Andrews' real intentions. Those are two things I must know tonight. Dang it. Aren't visiting hours over at the detention center? Sure, we'll think of something, Pearls. Don't you worry. Just go outside the jail, talk to him through the bars. You know, through the window with the bars. I don't know. Spend your days in the dungeon. Let's see. Boy, there's something happening in every single room. Oh, what? Hey, wait. What is it, whippersnapper? All I know is nothing that has anything to do with you is ever good. Like just now, I was handed this strange device for who knows what reason. And I was told to use it to search the whole hotel. That's the bug sweeper, isn't it? Yeah. I don't know, and frankly, I don't care, but the request came from Edgypoo, so... to Edgeworth. And he said... if you feel angry, direct your anger at that unsophisticated lawyer. So I'm gonna feel free to direct all my anger towards you. Oh, gee, thanks a bundle, Edgeworth. What a pal you are. Shoot. So why did he give you the bug sweeper? Yeah, pretty much. So he's just going around telling everybody about that spy camera. I'm sure it was, you know, it was to catch poor Juan in the middle of a scandalous meeting. Wait a minute. No, not the scandal again. It means, well, you know, that gossip that's been going around about my dear Juan. Oh, you mean that thing about Miss Andrews. I'm sure she must have had some reason for getting close to Mr. Corita, which we already know is that. I'll let you in on another secret, young'un. I know who planted that spy camera. It was that obnoxious puffy-haired photographer girl. The nerve of some people spying on people by herself, as if I wouldn't want to see her myself, too. That's ridiculous, man. What she just said there was a total double standard of some sort. I don't know. I don't know what you're thinking exactly, but I can bet that it's nothing good. But I didn't say anything. Oh. So you want to know about Juan and Adrian? Yes, I do. Actually, as I hear it, they were something of a refreshing pair of those two. Oh? So what were they, like Mentos? I tell you, Juan really welcomed that manager with open arms, I heard, and open legs, probably. That manager? Who are you talking about? You don't know? That manager woman Juan had. Oh, her. It's a shame she killed herself, though. Oh, you're talking about some Celeste Impacts. Yeah, and her picture was at his house. Or no, her picture was at Matt's house. Wait a minute. Why would her picture have been at Matt's house? Ooh, unless it's not Matt's house, I don't know. She was supposed to get married? Really? Young kids today don't know anything, do you? That girl Celeste killed herself 3 days after their marriage announcement. 3 days after their marriage announcement? Huh. I assume she and Juan were talking about getting married? Why would Miss Impax want to kill herself? She was going to get married. Well, that's because she was thrown away, you see? By Juan. Oh. No, it wasn't him she was going to get married to. They held a grand announcement session, but 3 days later, Juan suddenly canceled their marriage. Oh. It was them, and he canceled it. Oh. If that's true, that's all the more motivation for Adrian Andrews to kill him then, isn't it? Considering that she looked up to Celeste so much. It was in the weekly magazines. But why? Why did he do that? That was not in the magazines, unfortunately. But my guess is impotence. He was trying to hide it. So he took Viagra like M&M's, but it didn't work. That night after Juan called off the wedding, that manager Celeste killed herself. How terrible. I wonder what happened between those two. I wonder what happened between those two. Oh, I don't know. They probably had an argument. I'm guessing we're past presenting stuff here. But, I don't really have anything anyway. Well, I have profiles, but, geez, that would take forever at this point. Who else is in here? Do you know anything about this guy? I don't have anything to say to delinquents like you, grrr. Okay, well, I tried some other stuff. The seashell card, a couple of other profiles, but couldn't really get anything, so we're just going to move on here to the hotel lobby. The hotel lobby, and guess what? More stuff! More stuff! On that night, there must have been at least a few hundred people here. I guess the police are done with their stuff. It looks like things here in the lobby have finally calmed down. Yeah, everyone's going to bed, man. We should too. Pretty soon here. Well, let's start with the law offices. No better place to go, right? See if Gumshoe's got anything new. So he must have given the wire or the thing to Edgeworth, who in turn gave it to Oldbag. Then I'll make some salad for him for dinner. It looks like Pearls really appreciates what Gumshoe is doing for us. Mr. Nick? Yes. Where's the lettuce? I don't think I've ever bought lettuce before. Oh my god, really? Oh, that explains why you can't climb 2 flights of stairs, huh? I guess I have to give up on making a salad then. I guess the lack of lettuce is kind of a problem. Well, let us continue on then. So we're in the detention center. So we have to talk to Mr. Poopface here. Visiting hours ended a few days to go. Go back down the other way! Let us through. Go back down the other way!
Go back down the main street. Open the gate right now! Go back down the main street.
Anyway. But isn't what we have to ask very important? Yeah, but I don't think that matters to the guard. Let's see what it says about the guard in this case. Visiting hours ended hours ago, so what's he watching over now? Maybe he did something bad and he's standing there as punishment. Somehow I don't think that's it. So, well, you know, somebody's got to be there. It's like, you know, in T1 when Arnold says, "I'll be back." Then he drives the truck through the window. Well, somebody's got to be there to make sure nobody drives any trucks through the window. That's the whole idea. Whew, what's happening here? Feels sort of tense in here, doesn't it, Mr. Nick? Yeah, it does. I wonder if something happened. You're Mr. Onguard's lawyer, right? Yes, sir. Well, we finally found just the person we've been looking for. A real decisive witness. Uh-oh. No, probably not. We're taking the witness's statement right now. Gotta hand it to Mr. Edgeworth. What? What did he do? Who did he get? Who is this witness? I think you know this person quite well, Mr. Lawyer. Is it Miss Andrews? Between the kidnapper's demand and now this, I can't see any way to win here. Oh, yeah. Mr. Edgeworth wanted me to tell you something. He did? Even though visiting hours are long over at the detention center, he wanted me to grant you special permission, so there you go. Oh, sweet. I've already called them, so they know. Go on, go talk to your heart's content. Thank you very much. This is such good news, Mr. Nick. Go talk to your heart's content. Sounds like the police are pretty sure they have tomorrow's trial in the bag. That's fine, but who is the witness? I want to know. Is he talking about a witness to what? Is it Maya? Maybe Maya's the witness? I don't know. Because they're not letting us see who it is, so I think... So I can't help but feel they're holding back for later. Anyway. Back we go. Sir, I got a permission card here. I'm sure they must have transferred Miss Andrews here by now. So that means that both of those dummies are in here. Now then, whose story do I want to hear? Oh, shit. We get to hear both of them eventually, right? So it doesn't really matter. Dude, it's Mr. Wright! I hope you can get me off the hook tomorrow. I'm counting on you. I hope so, too. Edgeworth just dropped a bombshell on me and said... Well, here he goes. That Juan Corrida was killed by an assassin. And that assassin's client is... this man. It's Matt Onguard. What's wrong? Mr. Onguard, there is something I must know with 100% certainty. Here come the chains. Just ask him if he hired the assassin. So you seem kind of different. You're totally not like your usual lawyer dude self. Yeah, that's because the game just got real, sir. So let us begin. Matt's secret. About the press conference. You mean the one where Juan was going to dress up as the Nickel Samurai? Yeah. I heard a little more about it from Miss Andrews. Oh, dude, is he bluffing? Oh, okay, yeah. That's right, this thing. Could you please fill me in on what this secret is, please? I knew it. Oh, shit. I knew this was coming. Oh, man, we got us a serious one on our hands. Boy, I've never seen 5 of them before. That's crazy. Mr. Nick, don't tell me. A psychologue. Yep. You said a secret, right? But you don't have any idea what it is, do you, dude? Nope. Juan and Adrian, did you know about Mr. Corrida and Miss Andrews' relationship? Well, it's all over the tabloids, dude. But I don't know any of the details, if that's what you mean. Look, how many times do I have to tell you? I don't care what Juan did with his life. Miss Andrews, she had a purpose in mind when she started seeing Mr. Corrida. Her mentor was Mr. Corrida's manager. Then Miss Andrews was going to get Miss Celeste Impact's suicide note from him. Celeste. Does that jog any memories? It should, considering her picture is in your house. Dude, I suddenly just got really hungry. You up for a pizza? My treat. Dude. Mr. Nick, what's a pizza? Oh, you don't know what a pizza is? Well, let me tell you, girl. You are in for some good times. Is it a kind of pea, like green peas? Let's go eat one later, okay? Oh, I got cut off by the pizza dude at the shop. That's too bad. What? You got cut off by the pizza dude? Isn't that what you were originally calling? Or you... Huh. Okay, sorry, I had to take a drink of water. My spit was turning all white again. So how about we get our minds off of this topic and talk about something else, okay? Alright. Mr. Onguard, are you connected to Miss Impact's suicide in some way? I don't know. Maybe you should ask him. Alright, before we attempt to unlock his shit, I'm gonna... Will it let me go to Miss Andrews? Let me try moving out and see. If I go to the law offices and then go back. Here we go. Adrian Andrews. Hello. You okay? Oh, it's you. I'm sorry to be visiting at such a late hour, but there are a few questions I absolutely have to ask you tonight. Me? I thought your client was Matt. I'm sure Miss Andrews knows something. She can't be clueless about this secret Mr. Corita had on Mr. On Guard. Alright. I'd like to ask you about Matt On Guard, if you don't mind. Mr. Wright, you still don't know, do you? The real him, I mean. I guess not.